Hey guys, how's it going? Happy Friday. This is Craig. Sorry that I can't be here today. I'm away at a conference downtown for a journalism conference. But just wanted to welcome you to Career Tech. And my main goal and vision of this class is to kind of give you some help with some tech tools that will help you apply for jobs or apply for college. And so for both of those, for jobs and college, you'll have to have a resume. And a resume is basically just like a brief background about you. You really want to make it a brag sheet of what you've done and what you've done well. And so I'm just going to walk you through my resume. I'm going to be a guinea pig and show you kind of the basics of a resume, how it's laid out, and some simple tips. So stick with me, and then after you learn from this lesson, you're going to be able to try it out on your own. So here we go. Here's my resume, and kind of on looking at it as a whole, you'll kind of see that hopefully it looks uniform. That my name at the top is centered in bold so we know whose resume it is. That everything is at the same kind of column on the side that you'll see. The dates are the same, the fonts are the same, they're italicized in the same way. You want it to look really attractive and you want it to jump out. One thing in general, as you see, is it's splitting off of one page to another. Now, some people, there's kind of two thoughts. Some people say that resumes need to be on one page, where some people say it could be on 2 pages. But since mine's really close, I would go ahead and like reformat my document to go ahead and fit this onto one page. So I could do that in different ways. But let's go ahead and look at first. So at the top, you want your name. It doesn't have to be bold like mine, but I like it bold so that they know who's they're reading. Because for some jobs and stuff, they're looking at hundreds of resumes, and college applications are looking through hundreds of applicants. So I want it to stand out. You want to put your contact information. You want to put an email address that you actually check, your cell phone, and your address, because this is the way that they'll contact you. So for me, on the top I have my education, and so I start with my latest first. So for you guys, you can just talk about your high school education at Full Circle. So right here in bold, you'd write, Full Circle High, and it's in Somerville, Mass. And you'd put, you don't have to put what you're going for. Everybody knows you're going for your diploma. And what you can put is you can put your expected graduation date when you think you're going to graduate. You can put that here, and your GPA. Or the amount of credits. You can ask your counselor about this, and if you're not so proud of your GPA, maybe you'll put credits instead. You don't have to put that. You want to just look as good as you can. Next, I'm going to go down to experience. And experience usually are jobs that you've had, if you've had any jobs. And again, all of these sections are flexible, so if you haven't had a job before, maybe you'll skip this experience step and you'll move on to like awards or volunteering, other things like that. So for my experience, I have my first job, so my most current job if you're currently working on the top. So I have Somerville Public Schools, Somerville MA. I have the date on the side. They like to know this because they like to know how long you've been at your job. The longer you've been at a job, the more stable for the most part you look. And so I have my date over here, my official title, TV media instructor. And then here I have a list of bullet points of things that I do at my job. So I have develop curriculum, write lesson plans, teach TV media 1 and 2 and film studies at Somerville High. Now notice this isn't in past tense because I'm currently doing this. So what you want to do is you want to think of your jobs and you want to think about what are the most impressive things that you do at your job. Like for instance, I know that Lizbeth works at Vinnie's. So she could say one thing that she does is she could, you work well with customers. So you could say, develop customer relations in order to create a successful or a warm customer experience, something like that, highlighting the fact that you're really good with people. So you want to highlight that. And usually you can go to like 3 to 5 bullet points on your job. If you've only had one job, put a lot of bullet points for what you do. You want to have active words. So active words of what you do, like a verb and followed by what you do. So develop, create, partner. And we can work on these when I'll be in class. Then you'll put your other jobs that you have. Before I worked for Somerville, I worked for a nonprofit called Home Inc. So I put that stuff there, put the date when I did that. Next, you might want to move to, yours will look a little bit different than mine, but yours may look like in this career highlight section, you may say like awards or volunteering, things like that. So think about maybe the time that you've gotten on honor roll at the school. You could put as many times as that's happened, or if you've been like written up in the paper for anything, or just put those highlight experiences there. If you volunteer, or if you've ever volunteered, maybe if you fed the homeless with our school, you might put that down there. You'll put the time, you'll put kind of the organization, who it's from, and then what you did. So if I volunteered with the homeless all last year, I would say like 2011 to 2012, and I would say Next Wave Full Circle, feeding the homeless, and then I'd say where it happens. So you do that, I think, in downtown Boston. So you say Boston, MA, and then you'd say make and serve food for the homeless at this shelter, and you'd put that right there. Next, you have the option of putting other skills, like if you're really good with computers, which you will be at the end of this class. And since I teach technology, I have some of my technology skills here. So if you're comfortable with like PC computers, you can put that. Mac computers. If you're really good at typing, you can put that here. If you know like Microsoft Word and PowerPoint, put that here. And then also, a lot of you all speak different languages. That is a huge bonus. You want to put that. So you want to say maybe a section that says languages, and you can say fluent in, say, speaking, writing, and reading Spanish. You want to say fluent. You really want to highlight that. So that will really set you apart from somebody else that's applying for a job. So now I'm going to show you, if you've never made a resume before, Microsoft Word has some easy templates that you can use that will help you get started, because otherwise formatting this could be a nightmare. So first I'm going to show you, if you go to up here to File, and your Microsoft Word at Next Week Full Circle may look different. I'm on a Mac right now. So I'm going to say New from Template. This sometimes pops up right when you click into Microsoft Word. And then on the side it gives you some options, and I want to find Resumes. So Resumes is right here. And now they have a lot of different styles of these resumes. It doesn't really matter which one. Just pick one that you think is visual and that you like. So I like this corner one. I think this looks kind of cool. So I'm going to pick this. I could even select a color scheme if I liked. I kind of like this orange one though. It's kind of fun. You can maybe make it stick out a little bit. So I'm going to say Office. I'm going to pick this orange. Or blue. We'll go with blue. Okay, and then I'm going to say Choose. And it's going to open. Alright, so the first thing we want to do is we don't want to lose our hard work, because that would stink. So we're going to click on this. We're going to File, Save As. And you're going to save it. Hopefully you're logged in as yourself. You're going to save it somewhere on the computer. If you have a flash drive, save it on your flash drive. And before you leave, make sure it's saved on your computer, and make sure that it's saved, that you email it to me. I have it on our website at cleach@k12.somerville.ma.us. So that way you'll have it saved on the computer and you'll have it emailed to me. There's no way it'll get lost, because I don't want your hard work to get lost. So I'm going to save this as Craig Leach Resume Sample. And then I'm going to say Save. And then look, it already got my name on it. That's awesome. Oh, I don't know how I did that. So I'm going to say Craig Leach. And then I'm going to put my initials right here. We're going to be really fancy, huh? So right here I'm going to say CL. Kind of cool, a little bit of style to it, so it doesn't have to be super boring, right? And then right here where it says street address, we're going to type our street address. So I would say 8 Bonaire Ave, and then I'll say Avenue. Why not? Let's be fancy. And then right here for city, I'm going to put Somerville. And then for state, I'm going to say MA. And postal code 02143. For T, you can put your telephone, so 617-555-037. There we go. So as you see, you're just going to fill out the information on this. Objective, there's different thoughts on this. You could use this or you don't have to. Basically, the objective is why you're applying for this. So you could say to enroll in a 4-year college program. You could say to gain experience in a part-time job. You don't even have to put the objective. It's up to you. So now experience, we have here, this is where you would put your former jobs. Education, you'd put your school name here, put dates here, put when you expect to graduate, what your GPA is, how many credits you have. And then they have the skills section right here, which is where you'd put maybe if you have certain computer skills, if you have worked in an office and you have like administrative skills, if you speak another language, this is where you're going to put that. So you want to fit as much as you can on one page, and that is my best advice. If you've already created a resume before and you want to edit that during this class, feel free to open that up and edit that. If you want to start fresh, or if you never created a resume before, just go ahead and open up that template. Use one of those templates and fill in your information. If you get stuck, ask a classmate to help you, or you can look at those sample resumes on the class website that I have, and you can compare your resume to their resume. Or you could just keep on moving. Don't get frustrated. Don't get stuck. I know it can be confusing, some of a resume, but just think about this. You're applying for a job or you're applying for college. Think of all the opportunities you have. So work hard, have fun, and I will see you next week, guys.